everyone, my name is Lisa Williams and I'm really excited to be here today to show you guys how to make fresh pasta. I was a Girl Scout when I was your age and I really enjoyed all the things that I learned and I'm so happy to be able to pay it forward. So we're going to be making fresh pasta with the hopes that you can make it for your family. It's a really easy thing to do. I think most cooking is easy. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the things that we want, but nothing's very difficult and I know that you guys can all do it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making 1.5 pounds of pasta. Today I'm making just 1/5 of that because it's just my husband and myself, and that's way more pasta than we'd ever could or should be eating all at once. But what you'll need when you start making it is you'll need about 1 pound of all-purpose flour, which is about 3 2/3 cups of flour. You're going to see that I start with a certain amount and then I add a little bit more. So if you have a little bit more or less, we can still work with that. You're going to have 5 eggs, a 1/2 ounce of olive oil, which is about a tablespoon of olive oil, and a pinch of salt. So let's get started. So what I've done here is I've taken my 1/5 of a portion of flour and I've mounted it on the table. I'm going to go ahead and make a little well in the center. I want to keep it kind of like so it doesn't come rolling out all over the table. And then I'm going to take my other ingredients, the egg, my olive oil, and then a pinch of salt. So I'm going to do a little bit less than a pinch of salt because a pinch is for the full batch. Go ahead and throw in our salt. Let's get these out of the way. You'll see I have some reserve flour over here. We're going to need that as we start to make our dough. So I've got a nice little well here. I'm going to start from the center. I don't want to pull all my flour from the end and make a little hole in my dam so that the egg and everything gets all over my table. So I'm just going to start in the center and I'm just going to start working it in to the egg, oil, and salt mixture that I put in the center. Just a little bit at a time. It's a good thing to get your hands dirty, so make sure you wash your hands really well before we get started. And you can see that the flour, or maybe you can't, you're a little bit far away, the flour starts getting mixed into the liquid mixture and forming our dough, which is for our pasta. Slowly we're getting it all together here. It's starting to look good. Now I erred on the side of a little bit less flour. You can always add more, but we don't want to put in too much to get started. So I'm starting to get a dough together. You can see it's starting to come together, and I'm just incorporating more and more flour as I start to knead it. So I pick it up, I fold it over, and then I push it down gently, and then I bring in a little bit more flour each time I do it. At this point, it's a little sticky, and that's okay. We're going to be kneading this for about 15 minutes. So eventually, it's going to turn into a beautiful, soft ball of dough. I'm just going to go ahead and keep kneading it for a little bit, at least until we get most of this flour up. And then I can show you the finished product with the magic of video and TV. Go ahead and use my palm a little bit. I'm slowly kneading it all together. You'll see on the table that most of the flour is just about gone because I've been slowly incorporating it into my dough. Again, you're going to be doing this for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to cut to the next part so you can see the finished product, and then we'll go from there. Thanks.